Advice. If you give someone advice, you tell them what you think they should do in a particular situation. Don't be afraid to ask for advice about ordering the meal. Your community officer can give you advice on how to prevent crime in your area. Take my advice and stay away from him. Most foreign nationals have now left the country on the advice of their governments. If you take advice or take legal advice, you ask a lawyer for his or her professional opinion on a situation. We are talking advice on legal steps to recover the money. Advice and advice. Be careful not to confuse advice and advice. Advice is a noun and the C is pronounced like the SS in less. Advice is a verb and S is pronounced like the Z in size. Chung advised not to give people advice. So it will be advice and advise. Advice, counsel, guidance, help, information, input, opinion, recommendation, suggestion. Use advice with, against advice. Ask for advice, give advice, need some advice, take advice, bad advice, good advice, expert advice. Advice columns. In a newspaper or magazine, the advice column contains letters from readers about their personal problems and advice on what to do about them. Advice columnist. An advice columnist is a person who writes a column in a newspaper or magazine in which they reply to readers who have written to them for advice on their personal problems. Advice line. Advice lines. An advice line is a service that you can telephone in order to get advice about something. For help on crime prevention, call our 24-hour advice line.